So today I'm going to be showing you guys how I do a content gap. Now, for anybody that doesn't know what a content gap is, basically the simple premise is the more articles you have covering different topics to do with your product or your service on your website, Google will deem you as more of a trustworthy source, and they will essentially rank you higher on their algorithm. So that's the very, very layman's term. So for example, if you guys have just recently thrown up a 2-page website on Google, Google doesn't, first of all, understand what services you provide. They don't understand who you are, and you aren't actually covering any questions that people or your customer base might actually have prior to purchasing your product or your service, which is, again, really important. So I'm going to show you guys a few different ways that you can do this. You can obviously use ChatGPT for certain things that I'm going to show you. There are free ways to do this. There's also paid ways to do this. I'll cover both of those. Now, one simple place to start off prior to even doing any keyword research, prior to looking at any tools is, let's say, for example, you are a let's say you're a dentist, right? There's going to be certain questions that people might have prior to even like booking in a consultation. So where I would start off is if you have got like a sales team that have been getting inquiries, actually sit down with your sales team and ask them, like, what kind of questions are you guys getting over the phone or on emails prior to people purchasing solar panels, or let's say you're a dentist, prior to them booking in for a checkup. And those questions, 9 times out of 10, you can actually turn those into blog articles, because if your sales team is actually getting those questions on phone calls or via email and stuff, there's going to be people searching that as well. So again, there's another place that you can actually show up on in terms of Google or Bing or whichever search engine you're trying to rank in. And that is, again, and just another touch point. So just bear that in mind. Now, if we were to take a look at, let's say, we will look at lawyers in London, right? Or actually, we'll go with like divorce lawyers London. So if we take a look at osbornelaw.com, right? If we were to take a look at their entire site, so if we just do site : and if we search just their website space divorce, you can see all of the actual blog articles. Now, obviously, they do have a landing page where it is targeting like the bottom of the funnel. Somebody that's searching divorce lawyers in London, that's bottom of the funnel. Somebody that's searching that, they just want to hire an actual lawyer. But in a lot of cases, people aren't at that step just yet. So they might be searching for like certain keywords like who gets the house in a divorce, how long does a divorce cost, what happens to savings and investments in a divorce, right? So all of these are basically what's called supporting articles, blog articles that you should actually have posted on the blog section of your website. And again, when somebody's searching for that in London or in Manchester or New York or wherever your law firm is based, for example, there's actually more chance of your website actually getting clicks. And although some people might not necessarily enjoy uploading these articles, like I speak to a lot of business owners and they say, like, what's the point of uploading an article for who gets the house in a divorce, right? Now, somebody that's searching this, you need to think of where they are in the process. They might not be ready to inquire with a law firm today, but they might be in a week's time or in 2 months' time. So as long as we can cover all aspects of the funnel, that's basically where Google will actually end up rewarding our website and ranking it higher. Now, you will actually see this for any website. Like, for example, if we were to do a search for, let's say, HVAC company in Orlando, right? So we've got these guys, for example. And again, if we go to their website, if we do the exact same thing, and if we do HVAC, what we're going to find is loads of blog articles And these are all basically supporting articles that will internally link through to our main service page. So HVAC company in Orlando, these are all going to be internally linking through to that page in one way, shape or form. So just bear that in mind. Like, for example, this blog article, it's titled, "Why is it important to consult with a professional for an HVAC installation?" Then we've got, "Should I set my HVAC system to auto or on?" Again, these are all like different questions. Like, for example, if you're a HVAC company, it's slightly different to law, but you could actually go down like a load of error codes. So, for example, the Philips HVAC, let's say, error code 5502, and all of these blog articles will actually gain clicks through to your website. So always just think of like these different angles that you can actually publish blog articles. So now that you understand the process of actually gaining blog articles, right, a few things to bear in mind is if you actually search for your competitor, let's say, and if you click on tools, what you'll actually be presented by here is the amount of articles or pages that this website actually has indexed by Google. So again, if you're coming along with like a 5-page website that you've just launched 2 weeks ago, right, and all of your competitors have, let's say, 169, 250, 480 pages live that's actually being indexed and crawled by Google, basically means that you've got a lack of articles. Like, again, if we were to do it for this website here, right, if we do site colon, and if we do tools, this page or this website has 235 results. So there's a lot of articles that we would be missing out on, especially if we have just created a brand new website within the past like month or so. So then what I would be looking at doing is actually identifying the pages that we need live on our website. So for example, this website here, it covers a lot of different services. It covers air conditioning, it covers heating, it covers ductwork, it covers commercial HVAC, indoor air quality. Same goes with these guys, right? If we were to actually take a look at this website, so these guys cover the personal injury, family, property, private claims, housing and social care, medical negligence, notary, international law. Again, the list goes on and on. I could load up a dental website in dental clinic, and we'll do we will do Texas, right? Random dental clinic in Texas. So again, if we take a look at these guys, they've got different services very similar to all of these, right? So like dental implants, dental extractions, teeth cleaning, dental x-rays, dental fillings, so on and so forth, right? Now, as a rule of thumb, if you are just launched your website, for every single service, I would recommend, as an absolute bare minimum, 5 blog/supporting articles per service page. So, for example, if I'm trying to rank higher for dental implants, right, I might have an article on. Let's take a look. Let's actually do some digging. Dental implants. Cost, right? So we could actually have a cost of dental implants page. Now, when you're actually analyzing all of the blog or supporting articles that you should be publishing through to your website, one thing to make certain of is that there isn't any overlap. So, for example, if I had just searched that and this page was ranking for that keyword, that would mean that I would actually look, or when I'm building out that article, I would actually have this as a question on this page. I wouldn't actually build out 2 separate blog articles. But as you can see, there is actually different intents for that. So I would definitely create a dental implants page. But like, let's have some. Let's do a little bit more searching, right? So does dental implants hurt, right? Again, this deserves its own page, because if you take a look at this, this is a completely different article to what's actually ranking. So they've got like a blog article here, so does dental implant surgery hurt? But then they will also have a dental implant service page as well. And if somebody's searching for dental implants in Simpsonville, SC, they are basically ready to actually inquire with that dental practice. But to actually get this page to rank, it's very, very important that we actually have enough supporting articles. So that's what I say, as an absolute minimum, let's say you've got 5 different services, that's 5 landing pages. So let's say we've got personal injury lawyers, family lawyers, property lawyers, private client lawyers, and housing and social care lawyers, right? So that's our 5 landing pages. But for each of those landing pages, I would also include 5 blog articles. So we're actually looking at 30 blogs, 25 blogs and 5 landing pages in total. So just bear that in mind. I know it's a little bit of a complicated mix, but that's what I would be looking at. Now, you can use very, very simple prompts, but I would always check them in terms of Google, right? So let's say, for example, we use something like, I want to rank for what are some questions/blogs that people might have prior to inquiring with me. So this is going to have, or it should throw out some fairly decent FAQs, right? So what is the process of getting a divorce in the UK, or how long does it take to get a divorce in the UK? Let's actually search that up. And as you can see here, we've got how long does a divorce take in the UK? How long does it take to get a divorce in the UK? So I would definitely actually have that as a separate blog article. But then there's actually like some costs involved. So how much does a divorce lawyer in London cost? So again, just make certain all of these you're actually searching up on Google, and you're making certain that it deserves its own page. Like what I mentioned before, if there was one page ranking for 5 or 6 different queries that I plugged in, I would actually have all of those queries or questions on the one page. So again, you're not just making tons of overlap in Google's that's just getting confused at that point. So how much is child custody, or how is child custody decided in a London divorce cases? Now, one thing to bear in mind, obviously I've mentioned in the prompt, I want to rank for divorce lawyers in London. With ChatGPT, I have noticed that it will try and force the keyword in all of your blog articles. Now, if we take a look at this one, for example, how is child custody decided in London divorce cases? Now, this might be a little bit different in the US, because obviously in the US there's different laws in, for example, Orlando to California, or from Florida to California, should I say. In the UK, it's all pretty much the same. So I would actually probably substitute the London in this case to just being in the UK. Because again, it doesn't matter if you are in Manchester or if you are in Liverpool, the law's going to stay the same, to my knowledge anyway. But obviously that might be a little bit different in terms of if you're in America or if you're in Canada, for example. There might be different state laws, so just bear that in mind. Now, if we were to do the exact same thing when it comes to a dental clinic in Texas, can you do the same now for dental clinic in Texas? So again, these are gonna, or what typically happens is it will group together different services. So again, like what I was mentioning before, if you just care about general dentistry, maybe you want to rank higher for dental checkups in Texas, for example, you might decide to actually have free blog articles here. But let's see, how much do teeth whitening cost in Texas? Let's actually Google that. Cost of teeth whitening near me in Texas. How much does laser teeth whitening cost in Houston? Perfect. Now again, you might decide to substitute the Texas for the town that you're trying to rank for. Let's say you're trying to rank in Houston, or let's say you're trying to rank in Miami. You might decide to actually substitute that and not just go after the entire state as well. So just bear that in mind. Now, obviously, these are local, or these are like businesses that you would go to. But let's say, for example, if we're an e-commerce store, right? Can you do the same for a e-com store? I sell electric scooters, right? The exact same thing, buy electric scooter. Let's see, let's just close down some of these tabs. What I'm trying to get across in this video is that it doesn't matter if you are a local business, if you're an e-com store, the premise is still the same. It obviously just depends on the type of, the actual type of product or the type of service that you're providing. Obviously, there's going to be certain questions, like, for example, how to extend the battery life of your scooter, let's say, right? Let's just take a look here. So let's take a look and see what blog articles they actually have. Blog. So why folding matters in a e-scooter. What are electric scooters made for? Or who are electric scooters made for? Let's see if they have battery. Maintenance guide for your electric scooter. We uncover the ugly truth about your tires. A complete guide to buying an electric scooter. As you can see, although they do have the actual products and the actual product pages, like for example, if we head over to this here, which seems to be like a McLaren inspired electric scooter. So this is like what's deemed as like a product page, but they also do have like comparison pages as well. So you can compare two different products on your e-commerce store, or you can do like buying guides, or you can do like repair guides as well. So there's all of these different ways that you can rank an e-commerce store. But again, the same premise is applied. It doesn't matter if you're like a local business, an e-com store, an affiliate website, or everything that you're seeing will apply to your SEO strategy in some way, shape, or form. The one thing that I would spend quite a lot of time on is actually Googling all of these and making certain that that you should actually be building a page. Like, for example, if I don't see any of my competitors going after that keyword, if it just looks like a very, very like super bespoke keyword, I might not decide to build out an actual article for that, but include it on another page as well. So just bear that in mind when you are doing topical authority. But that's been my video. There's obviously different ways that you can do this. This was like more of a free way, just by using ChatGPT, looking at your competitors. But if you guys do have any questions, feel free to drop them down in the actual comment section down below. And as always, if you guys do want a growth strategy call, make certain to check out casualdash.com. The link for that will be in the actual description. And if you guys are in the UK, or if you guys are in Europe, make certain to buy your tickets to the Masterminders. We have got an actual in-person event on the 27th of June in 2025 in Manchester. I hope to see you all there. Thanks.